Hi, I'm Dr. Zacco. We're here with Danny, and he's agreed to show you guys what he's doing and what he's thinking and the kind of process he's going to go through as an educational tool. And so, Danny, tell us what kind of research did you do to find us?
Yeah, so obviously kind of started with Google, just kind of researching different methods for hair transplant, cost of it, things of that nature. I have a couple of my friends who's done some hair transplants, so obviously I talked with them. Looked in Turkey, obviously that seems to be something that a lot of people look into, but that didn't really make a lot of sense to me. A couple of my buddies, they've done it in the States as well, in North Carolina, so they all had great results. They were probably the biggest ones that pushed me to feel comfortable doing it, obviously, because they got great results. But I think it started with Google and then talking to my buddies, kind of getting their story and how that all worked. And
all right. So tell us where you want to go in your hairline or further back, and why do you want to go in those locations?
I think with my hairline now, it's really just the front here. This is starting to go back. I think it's the crow feet, if I got my terminology down right. This is all just really going here, and it's interesting because everything back, all the way back to the...
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's...
But that's where we drew the line we're gonna go.
Yeah, it's got a pretty hard stop, and everything is just full and thick everywhere else, but it's just thin in a bunch here. It started to go pretty rapidly too. I mean, if you look at me probably 3-4 years ago, it was pretty dense all over here, and then dropped out pretty quick over the last, I'd say, like 2 years or so. It started to become pretty noticeable. So really just filling in and just getting it more densed up here is really the main objective goal.
So this is going to be the level of the incision. And a lot of people are worried that we're going to do a strip method, an FUT, and as you can see here, a lot of people are concerned that they can do the fading here, but then it can be longer here, and here this long will easily hide this the scar that he has. The FUT and FUE both produce scars, just different kinds of scars. This will be the linear scar, and it'll basically go from the back of the ear to the back of the ear on the other side, and that's where it's going to end here. The length that he has now will cover up the scar, and we're not going to do the crown at all. We're just going to leave this alone, and as you can see here, the grafts will end right here, so we'll do the front here.
Correct me if I'm wrong too, but another reason why I wanted to do the strip method too, because really what I was looking for up front was the density as well. And I know with the strip, at least from my research, kind of what you've been telling me is you'll get a more,
yes.
I mean, you could probably explain it better, but the chunk, you'll put more than just one by one in there, so it'll grow a lot denser.
Yeah, so in the hairline here, we're going to do follicular unit grafts, the small ones, follicular unit grafts, just like you would with the punches. And then further back that you cannot get with the punches, we're going to do multiple follicular unit grafts back here to give it more density. The multiple follicular unit grafts will start about right here and go back to here and give it a lot more density. With a follicular unit FUE, you only can have either one big hair transplant or two small ones, two medium ones, and then you're done for life. That's it. Well, he doesn't know how much he's going to thin in here, so he wants to leave that option open for him in the future. So he might lose this in the future, and he might lose this in the future. So with the FUT, with the strip method, you usually don't run out of donor area before you run out of recipient area. This is the morning of his hair transplantation, and we did the markings yesterday. We call it markings day prior because we have them come in the day before and do the markings, so we can take our time and both agree on where we're going to go. And this is where the hairline is going to be, and this is where it's going to stop. He has about normal density here, but you can see it's a little lighter here, so that's where we're going to go. And he's going to have the FUT using MFU grafts and FU grafts, follicular unit grafts. And then this is where the incision is going to be. And he turns this way. This is where it's going to end. And this is where the other one's going to end, right behind the ear. This is his first hair transplant. And Danny, tell him how you feel this morning.
I feel good. I'm excited to do it. It's been an easy process, honestly, guys. Explained everything pretty well. So I mean, as far as just what I'm expecting, seems like I'm pretty much in the know on everything. It wasn't too bad prepping up to it. Just really wasn't active for like a week and a half before, so I wasn't really working out. Everything else was pretty normal the day of. Just had a nice breakfast. Took the antibiotics day before, but everything was pretty normal leading up to the procedure day. But yeah, it was pretty easy process, and I'm excited for it. But I feel good. I feel good right now. I'm excited.
Danny had a hair transplant, an FUT, with multiple follicular unit grafts 10 days ago. And as you can see here, that's the result 10 days post-operatively. This was a strip taken out, the FUT, and you can see end to end. He just had the sutures taken out today. How the sutures were feeling coming out?
The sutures really didn't hurt that bad. I really didn't feel anything on this side. Maybe a little bit more when they were getting pulled here, but it wasn't really anything crazy. It took 5 minutes or so to take out. Having them in wasn't that bad for the 10 days that I did after the procedure. You feel there's a little bit of tightness back there, nothing crazy. The first couple days you probably feel it a little bit more, but honestly, I would say about day 3 is when there really wasn't much pain back there. You could just tell it was kind of tight, and sleeping was a little bit of an annoyance the first couple days. After, like I said, 3-4 days wasn't too bad. I could put slight pressure on it. On day 5 and 6 I started to kind of slowly sleep more on my side a little, so I wasn't just sitting straight up, especially after the swelling and everything went away. But it really wasn't that bad.
Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody that's watching about if it's what you expected, more, less, different, anything different that was unexpected?
How painless it was. I think beforehand when I was like, oh, I gotta, get the strip, I gotta do the stitches, and it seemed like in my mind I thought it was gonna be way more than it honestly was. That was probably, I would say, the more surprising part. It really wasn't that intrusive, I would say. The recovery was honestly pretty quick. I think the only thing that was more of a, I don't even want to say surprise, was the swelling, I guess. I didn't realize it was gonna run down through my face. Started up here and then it comes down kind of in like my nose and eye area. And honestly, the result was way better than I was expecting it to look like, so that was good.
All right, great.